So our next speaker, of course, is Mr. Kenn Renner, and I think that he goes without question as one of the top trainers as well as in Austin, and he goes without saying that he's a very busy man. He's a broker, an investor, a speaker, an author, and a producer. And so I just want to read a couple of his highlights because actually Ken just got back from Toronto yesterday, speaking up in Canada, so you're in for a real treat here. I've got a mentor of mine who has a saying. He says, hope is not a strategy. And I love that you can't hope your way. You have to have a strategy. Ken's going to share with us a strategy that I really want you to spend the next 40 minutes listening to change your life. But let me just read a couple of his highlights of his career. Ranked in the top 5 real estate brokers in volume from 2005 to 2007 by the Austin Business Journal. Personally purchased and sold over 100 investment properties. Produced the #1 real estate video channel in Texas with nearly, how many views now?
It's in the nation.
In the nation. 11 million views. YouTube. National speaker on the subject of achievement in real estate and finance. Guest expert on local and nationally syndicated radio shows. Not so much recently, but has several books out. One's called Power Goals, which I recommend that you get to. And I didn't know this one, but sang the national anthem at an Angels game. So he's going to open with that for over 35,000 people. He's also a performer, a writer, musician, etc. So let's give it up for Kenn Renner. Big round of applause.
Can you go ahead and see if we get this volume to work for us? Well, welcome. Oh, wow, see, that's what. My name is Chad Renner. I really appreciate once again you guys spending some time. We're going to spend about 40 minutes now. This is the Wealth Creation and Marketing event, and I'm going to be talking about the marketing end. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So first of all, one of the most important things about marketing is make sure what your marketing is doing for you. So I'm going to take a simple survey. Okay. So how many of you guys found out about this because of an email? Okay, Mark, keep an eye on this.
Okay.
Okay. How many of you guys got a letter in the mail? Money not well spent. Okay. All right. Snail mail. Okay, so we know that works. Okay, how many of you guys got a text? All right, good. I'm glad. We got one text. Okay. How many of you guys got a phone call? All right. How many found it on social media? All right. So the results are in. You've just had a real crash course on what actually works. Looks like email marketing is one of the top ones, right? Okay, so good for you guys. Give yourself a hand, right? Does anybody use email marketing here? We're going to talk about something different here. All right, a couple more quick survey questions is how many are real estate agents or brokers? Wow, okay, awesome. How many are real estate investors? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. And also, how many have a net worth of over $1 million? Hey, get those All right, so I'm going to talk about video marketing. This is really good because we're really talking about this relationship age that we're in, and we want to teach you guys how to really connect in a way that you've never done it before. How many people have a YouTube channel? Wow, you guys are way above the national average. How many actually use it in their business? Okay, about less than 5%. And that's what we're gonna change that mindset today. Okay. So I want to give before I get started, give a big shout out for Chad Goldwasser and his mindset. Wasn't that awesome? All right, good Chad. Good writer's books over here. Wayne Morgan, amazing conviction over here on what it takes to be able to become wealthy. And then I want to also thank Jay Papasan, who's coming up after me, National New York Times bestseller, taking his time away from masterminds from Keller Williams today just to talk to you. So I appreciate it. Let's give Jay a hand for that. And we will get started. I'll try to make this in my 40 minutes. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be giving away a video camera. So if anybody has not given their cards, has anybody not given their cards for the job? Okay, let's see, Daniel or somebody, can you go ahead and grab whoever's card that they didn't get? Okay, so we're going to give away a nice HD video camera. Is that worth the price of admission? Okay, thanks. All right, a little bit about myself. This is really cool. I just came back from Toronto, Canada. I spoke up there on video marketing of all things, believe it or not. And I'm going to Nashville next week. to be talking about, guess what, video marketing. But I had the real pleasure of being able to bring my son with me, who is a stand-up comic and now a motivational speaker, and he just turned 18. And in Toronto, he's speaking to a room twice the size of this, and actually stole the show from all the rest of the speakers. So I'm really happy. You want to see him, it's justinrenner.com. He was found by the promoter because of a YouTube video. And now he has a career at 18 years old as a national, now international speaker. Can you imagine that? Not bad for a YouTube channel, huh? Okay, there's my daughter, Christine. She's 14, and she just got a record deal because of a YouTube video she submitted at a talent contest. Okay, they didn't pick her up at the talent contest, but when they saw the YouTube video, they said, we want her, and we're going to be going, we're scheduled at the end of this month to record in Tulsa, Oklahoma, her first album at 14 years old. YouTube, right? I'm turning 50 next month. Thank you very much. But we have my caboose here, little Julia, she's 3 years old. Do the math. So I'm one going into university, I'm one going into elementary. Okay, yeah, so she's beautiful. All right, you've already, a little bit about myself, broker, author, speaker. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Jay Papasan a couple of years ago at a family reunion, and he gave me some sage wisdom about being an author. And so since then, I've written 5 books. And I want to thank you for the ideas that you don't get rich selling books, you get rich for the doors that they open. So I appreciate that. So I'd like to go ahead and give away free gifts, all right? How many would specialize in first-time home buyers? There she is, right there, okay. Daniel, go ahead. Now, that's amazing. You know that's 35% of the market? I made a really good living working with first-time home buyers. All right, how many people learn better by audio rather than visual? The guy in the purple, I don't know his name. What is his name? Brian. Look at Brian. She's an awesome trainer and a fitness. He's a nutrition expert too. Go visit the guy in purple if you want to look big and buff. Okay. All right. How many love to set goals? She does. So in my book, Power Goals, 12 proven steps to make your dreams come true. Okay. How many like to set goals and as a believer? Thank you, Heather. There you go. All right. We're done with the giveaways. Except for these ones. All right. So, 30th year in real estate, over $300 million in sales. There's my 5 books. You can go to Amazon.com and get them. Just dial my name, Kenn Renner. That's Ken with 2 N's, R-E-N-N-E-R. We also, amazing thing, I'm going to teach you right now, it's not even YouTube, actually it is YouTube. We're streaming live worldwide. We have people on the live stream here. It's with Google Hangouts. It's streaming on my YouTube channel, which is kenrenner.tv. And we've invited people from, there's people all over the United States, potentially all over the world watching this. And guess what? It's free. You guys the leverage of this. We have a presentation like this, and you invite people from all over the world, and it's streaming right here for free. And it's on my YouTube channel. So all I have to do is direct it to my YouTube channel and it's streaming live. You can actually go out, go watch it in the hall. I used to watch it on an iPad at home. And talk about getting your message out and for free. Wow. I just want to jump on this stuff. Okay, one of the things I want to thank Keller Williams International is that they put me on the big stage at several family reunions talking about this video marketing that you're going to learn today at Mega Camp as well. So I really appreciate them being able to get me on the big stage. Now I also had a chance to be on House Hunters because of the video that I submitted to Hightown Productions from the doctor that purchased a home from me. We're going to talk a little bit about that story. But it's not bad to submit a YouTube video and all of a sudden be on House Hunters with 2.2 million views. Is that pretty cool? Free marketing? All right? Okay, so, and then that's, we see the national anthem at Anaheim Stadium way back, and that has, this slide was actually because we were doing goal setting, but there was a video we submitted before YouTube and everything to Anaheim Angels, and they picked that up, and I was able to accomplish one of my life dreams, is to sing the national anthem in front of 35,000 people. Okay, so here I have developed the #1 video channel in North America for real estate, and actually think that it could be in the world. I haven't checked the whole world. It's amazing. I was in Canada 2 days ago, and YouTube up in there, videos up there are like so huge on the internet. I was like, I dialed in my favorite area, Avery Ranch, and there were 4 videos in a row that I had because Canada has a different YouTube or Google channel than we do. So you'll find that the international buyers are finding us, and they're going to find videos of you if you do what I'm going to share with you today. All right? So I teach you real estate, goal achievement, and video marketing. All right. How can you get your message, marketing message, to work effectively and for free? What's the easiest way for you to get your message out to the world 24/7, 365? I found it. It's YouTube. YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. It's right behind Google, but Google bought YouTube in 2005 for $1.6 billion. And believe it or not, that was a real steal. Because now, if you sold YouTube, it would be amazing to have over 1 trillion views. People, how many in this room have watched a YouTube video in the last week? Okay, how many of your kids watched a YouTube video in the last week? All right, now why aren't you, if your customers are the same as you guys, why aren't you on YouTube? Why aren't you getting your message out? It's free. Okay, exponentially way easier to rank your message at the top of Google, and Bing, and Yahoo, and YouTube by doing a video than it is trying to post a text website. And it's 5 to 20 times more clickable than a text message or a blog message. You know what I'm talking about? Those little thumbnails, right? Everybody's seen them, the little stamp-sized thumbnails. 5 to 20 times more clickable, plus they post at the top of the search engines. That's what I teach in my coaching programs, how to get to the top of the search engines, how to get thousands, if not millions of views. I can promise you that I can get you to the top of Google and YouTube, okay? And that promise is if you do what I tell you, and specifically do what a lot of people, a few of the experts like Curdy Burke here from Curdy Burke videos, we teach this stuff to be able to get you so that you can title your videos properly and get them to the top of the search engine. I'm not saying for keyword phrases like Austin real estate, but I can say for your name specifically, if you have, especially a good a strange spelling to your name like mine. So, let me change your mindset as why you wouldn't want to do videos. This one video alone for Avery Ranch has made me over $110,000 in gross commission income. Okay? And I posted it once. And I posted it in 2009. And it's still at the top of the search engines. Still there making me money. What kind of marketing can you do where it's at the top of the search engines and you had to do it once, it was free, and you didn't have to pay for it ever again? Right? Makes sense? Okay, there's the video. I'm going to tell you another thing about creating video is that we make it really, really easy because we did this with pictures. It's a slideshow. Nice slideshow, but it's a nice slideshow. It's me talking on video for maybe about 20 seconds. The rest of it is a tour. All I did was go around the golf course, hit some balls, and take pictures wherever I went, and then turn that into a video. That's pretty easy to do, right? That video has 500,000 views. Now, when I go to a listing appointment and they see that I said, Mr. Seller, if somebody was looking for a home in Avery Ranch, do you think it would be important if they ran into me and saw that I had 500,000 people already watching about that have already seen my video on YouTube? Makes for a pretty good. It's an extra marketing arrow in your quiver. Short sale expert right here. I mean, you should be all over. All over because you're able to rank at the top of the search engines for the subject. And you can do it very specific by neighborhood, by neighborhood, by neighborhood. Okay? So why haven't more people used this incredible tool? Why haven't more people used it? So everybody's raising their hands when they watch a YouTube video, but nobody's using it. Well, because I'm going to tell you, that's what I train, and I make it really easy. Because I found, and teaching this for the last 3 years across the nation, for talking to realtors especially, that they think it's too hard, too difficult, too time consuming. Just another thing. But here's what happens with realtors in real estate is once you start losing deals to somebody because they're doing it, that's when you go, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Greg Cooper, who's Chad Goldwasser's CEO, I've had a meeting with him, he said, you know, Ken, I showed him my lifestyle video. He goes, no, Ken, if I had done that lifestyle video, I know that I would have a $1.6 million listing. It was between me and this other guy. And if I showed them this lifestyle video, I know that I would have gotten the transaction. A $40,000 swing, because all he had to do was show that he could get his client's property to the top of the search engines. Now he's doing video. And Tom Fleur of Hill Country Videos is doing videos for him. I introduced it to him because I thought it was that cool. Okay? Too difficult, too time consuming. I'm telling you, I don't have a smartphone because we're running out of battery, but I'm telling you, you take your smartphone, do a quick video, and upload it directly to the search engines through your Wi-Fi. You don't have to plug anything in. Everybody in this room is carrying a very nice high-definition camera. And when we were in Toronto, Canada, my son, who knocked it out of the park, we got testimony after testimony after testimony, building his career through testimonies. Okay, because it's much more fantastic to have somebody else talk about how good you were rather than you talk about yourself about how good you were, right? So, where do we take videos? When people are at their peak emotional state, when they're signing the contract, and when they're at the closing table. You guys taking videos at the closing table? Heard of it. Okay, what about heritage? You guys should have in your title company room, a videotape of video of everybody that closes, and then let them talk about the community. You of course ask permission to use the video. Is it okay if I use this on YouTube? And if they say yes on camera, it's got all the evidence you need. They say yes. But you could put this in your closing room and get testimony after testimony. Would that be powerful that they could send it there? Then you send it to the client, you send it to the realtors, and they put it out on their social media. Little strategy right there, right? So the other place I take is in my car, because that's the other place I want. Now you see what I'm doing is I'm getting people interested in what I'm doing because of where I want them to be. So when I get them in the car, it's just like they've already been there. Right? Camera shy. I didn't realize that until after I realized that people. This is kind of a form of public speaking, okay? And I didn't realize that until later, when people say, "Well, I don't like how I look, and I don't like this." Okay, get over it. You guys, we're the only ones that go to a grocery store with a picture on the back. So we're public people. We really need to be in the public eye. We're about relationship. And I can show you one quick technique that will show you how you can get over your camera shyness. See, we got a camera right here. Okay. What you do is you have Tom. Will you step over here? You set up a video camera on a tripod, and then you have Tom ask you the questions. If you said, I was facing the camera and I go, "Tell me about your business," and I'm like, "I do real estate." But if Tom asks me a question, "Oh, what's your area of expertise?" "Oh yeah, I love Avery Ranch. I've sold over 220 homes." Ask me some questions from a buyer's point of view or seller's point of view.
From a seller's point of view, why did you buy an Avery Ranch?
I bought Avery Ranch because I saw the value. It's one of the largest master plan golf course communities in the nation. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? I can now, as a third party, the camera is a third party observer to the conversation. And if you notice on, thank you, Tom. If you notice on like the History Channel and other things, they have they have it off center. You always see them kind of talking because whenever you're telling a story, they have the camera as the observer, and that's how you're able to come up with being able to really rattle off your elevator speech. There should be an elevator speech for video because you want it short, and you want it big. Okay, and you don't see the return on the investment, right? It's an investment in time. It's a little bit of investment in technology. And that's what I teach in my coaching program, is teach you how to make it easy and quick. Because realtors want easy and quick. Investors, business owners, they want it real quick. So imagine a customer saying, "I'm ready to do business with you, come over and let's talk." This is true stories. I can tell you time. I went to my last listing that just closed on Fernhill and Avery Ranch, and it just closed last week. They said, I went to them and did my presentation. I said, "Well, by the way, it's a good survey of the marketing I did. How did you find me?" He goes, "I dialed in Avery Ranch Real Estate Expert and you came up." And as another survey, the next thing I asked him was, "Okay, who else are you going to interview for this appointment?" He goes, "Nobody, as long as I can, when I talk to you, as long as I can hear what I want to say, why would I ask for anybody else?" Bingo, let's sign the paper. Okay, become the authority. We know who this guy is. Thank you, Jay. This month in real estate. Give Jay a big hand. Okay. Yeah, so Jay, national, international celebrity when it comes to real estate. You know, he wrote what the millionaire, you've got the millionaire real estate agent number 2 coming out, right?
What's that?
The millionaire real estate agent 2?
Yes, we're working on it right now.
Okay, all right, the updated version. Because they didn't have social media back when you wrote the first book, right? Amazing, isn't that cool? So real estate agent number 2, what color is it going to be?
It's going to be red.
Give me red. Okay, so become a specialist. You know, I always tell people, and they're always looking for a specialist, and that's we're looking for the short sales specialist. Okay, they're looking for specialist, expert. And the reason I say that is that you want to become the doctor of your particular niche in whatever you're doing, and video will help you do that. Does that make sense? You want to become the PhD in your area of expertise, and it becomes a relationship builder. And it's amazing how these videos get passed around, and somebody will send a video to somebody else and say, hey, look at this property, or look at this person, look at this real estate broker, look at this investment that I'm looking at. And I think, Maria, you probably sent some videos to your friends in Mexico. Okay, so she's doing marketing for me. My client is sending out videos of investment properties to Mexico. And it's like they already know you. I can tell you that what I had is an experience where I walked into a software company, and the receptionist was one of my subscribers on the YouTube channel. She said, oh yeah, Mr. Renner, I've seen you, I know all about you, I really love your videos. Go ahead and talk to the CFO, he's right back with you. Or you're like, I already know you. Testimonials of raving fans. Here's my doctor, he's the one that ended up on the House Hunter show, and his beautiful wife, Krista, and their little daughter, Charlie, who found me on a YouTube video, and we'll tell that story in just a second. All right, this is Dr. Hofarth and Krista, Dr. and Mrs. Kevin from Lake Tahoe, California.
Yeah, we're going to be
we're going to Lakeway.
Yeah, we just got a house. We're thrilled. We met Ken through. Actually, I saw Lakeway Regional Medical Center video, and I was looking for a job, and he was doing his video, and so I thought, wow, this is a realtor who knows this area and is also up on. Yeah, so we have been very happy with Ken, and we got a house in like a day and a half. That's my kind of let's get things going. And
done.
He sifted through the BS and got right to the point, and we found the area very quickly. I liked that. Got to the point. Found a house. He listened really well, and now we're signing our life away. Now we're.
Woo. All right, you like that? Well, how difficult was that? Right after they signed the contract, after a whole day and a half of looking for a house. That's my kind of third house I showed them. Yes. Okay, but let me tell you a quick rabbit trail about that whole story. How that happened. That was a pretty good payday. We bought a house out in Rough Hollow. Okay, tell you a quick rabbit trail. When I saw them building the Lakeway Regional Medical Center, I knew they were going to go ahead and announce this facility. As soon as it came out in the papers, I'm saying, wow, that means jobs. It means jobs right here in Lakeway, and I need to get in front of those jobs. How am I going to do that? Well, what I did is I went out, literally stood in front of the hospital as it was being constructed, and took a tripod just like that, set a little flip cam with my car parked, with my car sign parked behind me, and people hammering on the hospital behind me. And I took a video, and I took the information out of the newspaper that I had found, and it said, all the jobs and all the stuff, and I just read what was in the paper, right? Okay, and so then I posted that on YouTube, and I made several of them, 4 or 5, and I titled them differently. But I said Lakeway Regional Medical Center near Flint Rock Falls, Lakeway Regional Medical Center employment opportunities, where I was looking for people that are looking for jobs, which means they're going to move there. The doctor actually found me. He was invited to get a job with Seton Medical Center. Okay, so he went with Seton Medical Centers who brought him out. But when he met with me, we went around. I said, "Hey, I know the CEO of the hospital. Would you like me to introduce you to him?" He said, "Absolutely." He ended up getting the job as the family doctor for the hospital because of the introduction that I did with the CEO. Let me tell you what happened with the CEO first. What happened is when the CEO of the hospital got hired, I had all these YouTube videos out there talking all about the hospital and everything. He calls him kind of a militant guy. And he calls me into his office and he says, "Ken, Mr. Renner, you do not represent this hospital." "No, sir, I don't represent this hospital." He goes, "Then why are you acting like you do?" I said, I was just getting information and just, I gotta let everybody in the community know what's going on, and that's what, I'm kind of an ambassador. That's what I'm, he said, that's fine, I understand. I go, if you want me to take them down, I'll take them down. I don't want to see the attorney running up, serving me papers. Okay, so he said, no, I don't want you to take it down. I want you to just take the ones down that says that you can help them find jobs at this hospital. Okay, all right, I'll take those down. Because I want you to leave the rest up. Because you are an ambassador to the community. I want them to know more about what's going on. I said, Mr. CEO, if you're going to do that, well, why don't you come to our market center? We have the largest real estate market center in the whole area, and you come and talk and give us the right information about what's really going on at the hospital. I'll be glad to do that. So what did we do? We brought him in. He talked to all of our agents. We did a video of that. And guess what I did with the video? I put it out on YouTube to get the right information about the hospital. You can see those if you go to YouTube and down on Lakeway Regional Medical Center. And guess what happened after that? He said, well, we want to tour the hospital. So he took our whole office out and went to the top of the elevator while it was being constructed. We've got pictures and everything from the very top of the helipad of the hospital. About 60 agents of us went up there from Keller Williams Lake Travis. Okay, but then what happened, I said, hey, this has been really good for our office. What about if you did this for the public? He goes, I'd be glad to do that. So I said, okay, great. So let's do another one I'll call it Lakeway Regional Medical Center Forum. So we did some advertising, we got it out there, and we did a Lakeway Regional Medical Center Forum, and then we videotaped that. Okay, and guess what? 2 newspapers, the Statesman and Community Impact, also showed up. We had over 100 people in the room. Guess who was passing out his cards to everybody in the community and gathering their names and potential for customers because they wanted to hear this information. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now this is not doing anything brilliant. None of that costs me any money. It's just all about relationship and getting it out. Now you go to Lakeway Regional Medical Center and YouTube and you see nothing but those videos. And guess what? People are calling me still looking for jobs. So I discovered the strategies, and I do have a coaching program, and I coach what I do, and I do what I coach. Okay, so we're going to give you some tips here so you can walk away. Once you guys eventually get a video channel, you're going to want to title your videos properly for the best search engine results. I can tell you that, and Ernie knows this because he's a Google YouTube expert, is that they give you 100 letters to title in YouTube. 100 figures. The first 20 characters have the highest SEO value of anything that you could possibly do on the internet right now. In other words, see it says Apple Jobs Austin, Apple Employment. You notice it doesn't have good grammar. But guess what? All I did was, and that thing appears on the first page of Google when you look for Apple Jobs Austin. Is that kind of important to be in front of those 3,500 jobs? You guys can do this.
This is Kenn Renner, real estate expert, and I'm sitting out in front of the brand new Apple facility that's being built in North Austin off of Palmer Lane. It's a $300 million facility that's potentially eventually going to house 3,500 jobs.
Okay, so I don't want to play the whole thing, but it's only 50 seconds long. I want to keep my time here. And the bottom line is that I did it with my Samsung forward-facing camera in my car, and then took pictures of the Apple facility and put it in a quick editing program. 5 minutes later, I had a video that appears on the first page of Google for Apple Jobs Austin.
Wow.
Guys, do this. That's what I want to show you how to do it. Testimonials from satisfied clients.
The Move Assistance program that we worked out, did that save you some money?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It helped a lot. It was really nice to know we had somebody we could trust and that would be with us through the end. So.
Yep.
Great. And then the house that you bought, you got quite a good deal on it, the one that you moved up to. What was the difference between what the builder was selling the same house for and what you got?
Well, 3 years ago they sold it for $246, and we purchased it for $192. So quite a big difference.
Congrats.
So it's have some built-in equity there.
Congratulations.
Thank
Would you
you.
recommend using me again?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
sent you to a friend already.
All right. Thanks a lot. All right. Appreciate it. Enjoy your new house.
You like that? I already got a referral out of her on video. That's a promise. Okay, this is fun. Tip number 3, be authentic, be real, and be happy. And be short, unless you're doing a long presentation like this. Okay? And this is a Jennifer Pollock, Keller Williams agent out of Denver, Colorado. Very successful on YouTube, very successful as a Keller Williams agent. And this is the kind of fun stuff. She's hand-holding the camera, and she's out in the community having fun, but talking about her business. She's doing quick and short.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Pollock of Denvering.com, and I want to say welcome to spring. We're at Davino's,
satisfied? Those are the kind of videos that go viral, except for Chad Goldwasser's video. That was famous. Infamous. All right, so I want to tell you tip number 4, how to create a lot of content in a very short period of time, Maria. Here's what you do. This is a tip that you guys can use and take home once you start creating videos. It's going to get you excited to do this. What you do, this is a webinar that I did last September. It's an hour long, right? I did a webinar, I had about 20, 25 people on the webinar from all over the United States talking about Austin real estate investments, because I do a lot of the investment marketing. What I did was take that video and then sliced it up into about 41 and 2-minute segments, which you can do with the YouTube editor very easily, or you can do it with an editing program. The YouTube editor has an actual editing program that can do this in 30 seconds per slice, and all of a sudden, with an hour webinar that I did live, I now created about 40 videos. And the reason to do that is because it was separated by subject. And then each subject I titled and tagged properly in the description so that people would find it in the search engine for that particular subject when they were searching for Austin real estate investments. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Now, what YouTube and Google are looking for is fresh, relevant content. And the length of the video is important because for this presentation it's an hour, and some people watch the entire hour, but a lot of times they found me through just a quick 1 or 2 minutes. But on every video, we have a place where they can click on it. It says, if you want to see the entire presentation, go here. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to give a quick testimony. Testimonies are really important today. I'm going to bring Maria up. Maria? Where's the microphone? Okay, Maria is a client of mine, and let's see what we got here. Can you turn it on? There we go. Okay, so this is how quick and easy it is to get a testimonial video. She wasn't rehearsed for this, and she said, you didn't tell me I was going to be up here. She's like, I just dressed up. I said, you look just fine. So tell me how you found me.
Okay, so my oldest daughter, she was going to go to college this year. So she decided to go to Rice, which is a pretty expensive college. So I had some savings from her college. So at that moment, I knew that it was not enough. So I Googled, I decided I want to do something with this money, not put it only in her tuition. So I Googled Austin real estate investment, and it came up Kenn Renner. So I wanted to know a little bit more about investing here. I'm from South America, so I don't know too many people here. So I started looking at all of those videos and doing all the research, and I looked at one of your webinars. And after that, I decided to contact Ken. And then this year we've been buying a few properties, some properties, they're already leased, and it's been an amazing experience. And I'm paying for the college, and I'm getting money. I'm very content.
Yeah, Maria you were an amazing client, really a game changer. She bought several properties from us. She's local, and that's a testimony. I couldn't have said that better, right? Okay. So there's proof, social proof. Okay, common myths and mistakes. Do you want them too perfect? You want them short, and you want them quick, and don't worry about being perfect. In fact, some of the best videos that ever released are the ones where people make mistakes, and mistakes are funny. We're humans, okay? Because social media quality is different. They want to see authenticity. They don't want to see perfection. So I'm going to rip through these because we don't have a whole lot of time. I just want to give you, because I want to give you some content. You can get these 10 types of videos that help you make money through my video quick start guide, which I'm going to give you a free download link for that. But also I'll give these away too for those who want. But they're on there on how to create these types of videos. So these are the ones I found that make you money. Property video, that's my other ranch videos. Custom luxury golf course home. A neighborhood video for the builders. Bella Colinas, watch out. I'm going to be doing videos for Bella Colinas, and we should do one for Bella Montana. It's really easy. You want to be found. You don't want somebody else's message to be found. Okay? Branding, co-branding, myself with a community. Testimonial, where do you have those? That's the number one thing you should do. The easiest one you can have, and the most powerful are the ones of the satisfied customer saying that they enjoy working with you. And educational, this is what got started in YouTube. This video, if you dial in Austin Real Estate Investments in YouTube, you'll find this. This was posted in 2007. It's still at the top of the search engine. making me money. PR, public relations, I'm just getting in front, there's me standing in front of the hospital. That video there and end result videos about the Lakewood Regional Medical Center created an extra $70,000 in gross commission income. Transactional video, that's the doctor's house that he purchased. I can tell you how many deals we've saved, or it's a lot of hard equity saved, especially during inspections, because we did a video while we were doing the inspection. Co-branding, me talking with my loan officer, there's a great way to co-brand with yourself and get the message out. Sandwich video, there's Jay again. Jay gave us permission to use this video, which is this month in real estate, and you can simply put a little message saying, hey, this is Kenn Renner with the Keller Williams. I want to tell you, I want to say there's a great information from Jay Papasan. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and he's got some really good information about the real estate market. And then just run this, and then at the end you go, wasn't that great information from Jay Papasan? That's as easy as it gets. And then a little bit more, a lot more fun, but a little bit more involved is the lifestyle video where you actually becomes a lifestyle. We're actually showing people how it actually looks to live in this house. I love doing this, and this has gone kind of viral with 11,000 views. Okay, so video marketing works, and I've done the work for you. I'm the only one selling anything. What a book here today, Wayne. Oh no, you got that. What's that 10-week program?
10 weeks.
10 weeks to wealth and riches.
Financial fitness.
Financial fitness. Boy, I need that. Okay. I'll show you how not to waste your time. More resources. It's quick and easy. That's what I teach. Quick and easy. It's perfect for technophobes. I notice I don't do any of my own editing. Daniel right here is my editor. In fact, if you got a 20-something, don't be editing or doing any of that. In fact, don't even set up your own YouTube channel. Have your 20-something. Video marketing crash course, and 0 to hero in 6 sessions. Okay, and this is really geared towards real estate agents, but it's all professionals too, because found that there's a lot of other professional doctors, lawyers that can also use this. Save you time, effort, money. That's all we're looking for: some time, effort, and money. 6 hours of online video marketing tutorials. And I break them down into subjects too, so there's 6 hours. If you're looking for a particular thing like how to set up a YouTube channel, that's a 5-minute segment that is available to you, so you can just go directly to that. 6 modules plus video community, my Facebook page. Plus, this is included, is a weekly live group coaching webinar every Friday at noon. We actually have a live group coaching webinar where you can ask your questions and be able to answer and banter around. We'll give you great information, but if you want to learn more about, if you have direct questions that you want, we'll be doing that live. I know that Patrick's on the coaching program, and he's done well. John's on the coaching program. So I also do these. They're also recorded for playback. So if it's not live, you can't make it, you can always watch it for playback. And plus, I also do put your videos on my channel. Would that be helpful? So I take your videos and put them on as favorites on my channel. And then I promote the heck out of my channel. So everybody, and as long as they're good, halfway decent videos, like Jennifer Collins, the David Bowie guy. And then I also have one-on-one coaching opportunities. So, what are they saying about my coaching programs? Well, let me hear it from the man himself, Boomer Planner.
Hi, this is John Checky. I'm a financial advisor in Dallas, Texas, actually Plano, Texas. I specialize in boomer planning. Give us a holler when you're up in Plano, or even better, if you lived there, that would be fun. Now, I've just finished some sessions here with Kenn Renner and his very capable helper who works in the technology area, Daniel. And they've done a spectacular job. 1, tutoring me how to properly shoot a video. 3, how to actually put together a YouTube TV station, how to upload the things, add music, how to edit it. It's been an amazing afternoon, and I highly recommend you take advantage of that if you're still marketing your business. And even though I've been in this business for 25 years, I'm still as excited about it as I ever was, and happy to learn new things from Kenn and Daniel. Give Kenn Renner a call at your convenience.
Hey, thank you, John. Thank you guys for sponsoring. I appreciate it. And these are the best financial planners in Texas, as far as I'm concerned. Did that have to pass the regulatory? You're working on it. We're still working on it. Okay, so I really highly, if you want to know how to get your boomer planning is his big deal. Anybody boomer in here? Okay, so my free bonus gift for you guys right now, this is what I promised you, is the video quick start guide. And this is Video Quick Start Guide for Real Estate Professionals, and I've also written one for, so who would like a copy of it? Gotta be quick on this. Thank you very much. All right. And then I have a Video Quick Start Guide written for businesses and professionals, because I realized that real estate it's not the only business, right? So this is for like any business, anybody that owns a network marketing or anything like that, or a florist shop or a skincare doctor. Oh, there's Audrey Chung. Audrey Chung, you have to do. Audrey Chung is also one of my clients. I just listed her house in Bella Vista. So if anybody's looking for a 3,600 square foot house in Bella Vista, and it's not on the market yet because their tenant is not out, but a wonderful property. Thank you, Audrey. I appreciate that. So anybody looking for a nice big executive fund out there? Okay, here's also a free bonus gift for you guys. This next week's webinar is next Friday at noon. So basically same time as right now, next Friday, November 15th, noon central. And this is when I'm going to be teaching in depth with an hour of video marketing secrets, SEO secrets, search engine optimization to the world. And this is going to be a whole hour on how I'm able to create 11 million views and get videos to the top of the search engines. So it's free to you guys. Register at vidcoaching.com and just join me. If you didn't get it and you weren't available to watch it, just email me and I will send you the YouTube video if it's done. Right? Okay? Now, let's go ahead and please put your business cards in the hat. Where's my video camera? Oh, we already got it. Let's go ahead and grab the hat. Anybody else miss a business card? So there's no excuse to get started because I've got this Vivitar 1080p high def camera, and we're going to let Maria's friend. All right, you ready for this? Drum roll, please. It was Molly Austin, but it was crossed out and put Marissa Finland. All right. Marissa Finland? Is that what it is? Marissa.
President winner.
Marissa going once? Should we give it to her? Should... Okay, all right, go ahead, let's draw another one out. Okay, Marissa Finland? She's really bad. I'm just kidding. Nolly Williams. Nolly Williams, she's a short sale expert. I was just talking about short sale expert here. If you don't want to do a short sale, give it to Nolly, right? All right. Okay, so let me get my little pitch down again, just so you can really act now on the coaching program before I get booked, because I'm only doing accepting 25 coaching clients right now before prices go up and before your competition signs up. So I've just spent, I spent 210 business people in Toronto. I've got all you guys here that may want to get in connection with me and get started on this program. And then I also have, I also go to Nashville next week and probably have a couple hundred people there. So that's the whole idea is I'm going to teach this, but I only take an exclusive number. So you already heard us, it's an online module, zero to hero in 6 sessions. And these are the topics I'm going over. Video marketing, cameras and equipment, editing and Animoto, YouTube channel tour, video marketing message strategies, leveraging video online. That's on your website, social media, email, texting, leveraging video offline, flyers, brochures, books, signs, cards, and getting your marketing message to the world 24/7, 365, which is the video module that I'm doing next Friday. So please join me at vidcoaching.com for that. So all the values put together for all that is normally for all the time and years that I've taken to do this. Normally got $2,800 worth of time to put those 6 modules together. And you get to, so it's only $297. And you get it forever. In fact, you can have your assistant watch it because you guys are too busy out selling real estate or doing investments. Have your assistant or your 20-something watch it and let them do it for you. We're seeing a lot of people do that. So that's the offer that I have. I also have a gold package, which is the same online, all the online stuff, the membership site, and all that. And then what I do on top of that is I give you half an hour marketing, because that's what I'm all about. Half an hour marketing coaching session, and then a half an hour of Daniel's time because we know that, like John didn't even have a decent YouTube channel. He had a bunch of kitty cat videos or something, I can't remember. But so we designed we went ahead and got his YouTube channel set up. Now, a lot of people are like, I don't want to. I don't want to do all this by myself. So there's a platinum package that I put together where I do it all for you. Okay, so I'll do it on the online packages. It's a 6 half-an-hour coaching sessions with me, a personalized custom banner design for a YouTube channel. I wish I'd shown John Checky's because he's my first platinum client last month that we got. Was that he had a wonderful YouTube channel that we put together for him. And I'll do a 3 branding videos. So I'll create 3 videos for you. Do you know that normally it costs you about $1,500 for someone to come out and actually videotape you and actually have the lights set up? John Checky was actually came to our office. We sat him in the office and had the lights on him. That video you saw was one of the videos that we did for him. Very professionally done. And so on the whole thing, I also will do a video channel critique and review. If you don't have a YouTube channel and you don't want to set it up, we'll set it up for you. Just go ahead and get it done and get you up and running. And normally, also another 2 half-an-hour sessions with Daniel so that you can make sure you have your technical questions answered. And of course, you can visit us on the weekly webinars where it's Q&A every Friday at noon Central Time. Okay, does that make sense? And for me to be able to take away from my business of real estate, because my lead generation time is worth about $2,000 an hour, this is why I charge for all that stuff to get it done about $2,400. So that's what you have on your desk in front of you. If you want to get signed up and get involved in it, then I'll be back at the back of the room and we'll get started on it. So I appreciate you guys taking the time. So the way if you didn't want to sign up right now and you want to take that home with you, it's vidcoaching.com if you want to think about it. And that's where you go to go ahead and get registered. That's where you can also get the free video quick start guide to download. And it's just, it's free downloads. And it's also, you get the admission to the next week's webinar at noon. Okay? And so what I've got is I went ahead and did a package today where if you guys, the first 10 who sign up, in fact, it's not even the first 10. Anybody signs up today, we get the gold package for the price of the online package. So you get one-on-one coaching with me and with Daniel, and get all the modules so you can get up and running and do this for yourself. All right? I apologize for going overtime, but I want to connect with you. And we've got some great sponsors coming up. The keynote speaker, Jay, will be up in just a minute.
All right. Good job. Have boy.
Thank you, sir.
So actually, I'd taken Ken's course a while back and got the courage to do my own videos. And I started doing a weekly tip to realtors. I have about 1,500 in my database. And in this, so I'm in Realty Roundup, I don't know, last month, and standing there with a couple lender buddies of mine. This guy walks up, he's a realtor I know, but he's never given me the time of day. So he walks up to me and he goes, Mark, give me some cards right now. I love your video stuff. I'm going to bring you my next client. I'm like, wow, and he has. And so it's just one of those testimonials toward